Hello and welcome to the full-length version of this race. There is a shorter version available where I compare it to the Porsche 919 Hybrid Evo at Silverstone Bridge Circuit. But this is the full version. There's a link to the shorter version appearing now, and I'll also have it at the end of this video. It's really important that I show the full-length version of these races so people can see from beginning to end that I'm not doing anything nefarious or anything to cheat the game. By the way, check that out. 0 to 300 in 6.6 seconds. Now, don't go all crazy about off-track cuts. If you're watching this video, you might know that that's necessary. If you don't, I will explain it to you. If you want to hit the perpetual point at this track, you have to take off-track cuts. That's true with almost every single endless endurance race in this game. The exception is Indianapolis Speedway in the Nissan Group A BNR 32, also known as Godzilla, and possibly the McLaren 720S at Porsche Short Track. Probably this car at Porsche Short Track. There's very few cars that you can hit the perpetual point in without taking off-track cuts. Now, you might be saying, what the heck is the perpetual point, ME7? Hey, no worries, I'll explain it to you. By now, you've done endurance races in this game a few times, and you know that the bots keep getting harder and harder, and there's fewer and fewer of them, and then suddenly there's just no more left. The perpetual point is what happens after that. So how do you get there? Well, it's not a fixed point on the track, it's not a certain amount of laps, and it's not a certain distance. It's 42 cars. That's the secret. You gotta pass 42 cars. And that's not easy. Most tracks, you can't do that without taking cuts, and there's a lot of tracks you just can't do it at. Like, so far, I've never seen someone legitimately do it at Mount Panorama, for instance, or Brands Hatch. I've seen some guys post videos that are fake, but I've never seen a real one. And the reason why I say they're fake is because they'll show one lap at the beginning, one lap at the end, nothing in between. Well, they would have hacked. They did something. If that's not true, prove me wrong. Put a full-length video up. Show me all the driving like what I'm showing you. I'm not cutting one thing out of this. So you can see exactly what I'm doing. So that is for some reason the secret to this. Once you pass 42 cars, the perpetual point will be there. And I'll point out to you what the perpetual point looks like. I actually coined the phrase perpetual point because it's the point of the race where you could go on perpetually, which means forever. The bots will just keep on appearing in a big steady row at an equal distance. And then there's something else interesting that happens. The faster your lap times are, the closer the bots will get. Now they'll only get close to a point, like they're never going to be bumper to bumper, but it can get pretty close. I've had it where there's little more than a car length between bots, which is shocking. So this is incredibly hard to do. So many people, like my most popular video of all time is a version of this race. And it's amazing how many people say, oh, you're cheating, that's why it's so easy. This is not easy, guys. This is really hard. Like, if you're a top-level Group C driver, I'm not sure you could actually do this. Maybe you could, but it's really difficult because you have to know two separate skills. First off, three separate skills. Driving this car is a skill unto itself. This car is a lot harder to handle than the 2019, 2020, and 2021 Formula One cars. It's a lot more skittish. Its low speed grip is not good. So it's very difficult to handle this car. So step one, you just got to learn how to handle this thing. Step two, you have to learn how to handle it at this track, maximizing every single corner. Step three, you have to learn how to handle it off track, like what I was just doing, because I didn't lose traction during that cut. That's incredibly difficult, especially at that corner. By the way, future laps, I will not be cutting that corner. You'll see that. But the first couple of laps, making it to the perpetual point, I do cut that corner. So there, see, I lost some traction. Like, I'm pushing this thing right to its edge all the time. And you have to. This last chicane, I will not be cutting it at a certain point, and you'll see that. But right now, I need to get to the perpetual point, and I should be getting very close. I tend to hit it in the middle of lap 3. Sometimes I've hit it at the end of lap 2, which is unusual, but the faster you drive, the faster you get there, because it's about passing 42 cars. So that's what you need to do. So you'll notice that they start getting spaced out more and more. Oh boy, a little bit of contact. You don't want much contact. So let's check this out. A McLaren MP4-X, undamaged, should hit 435 to 436 at the end of this straight. Now, I was out of the gas a bit, but you can see, look at that, 430, no problem. I'll be hitting right around that target. So I just nicked 435 because I was tangling with the bot. If I had stage 1 damage, meaning the first level, I'd be maxing out about 424. Stage 2, 418, maybe 415. Once in a while, I think there might be 3 stages of damage, but generally I've just seen that there's 2. So anyway, you don't want to take on damage because it doesn't just drop your top speed. You lose acceleration, you lose grip, and you lose brakes. And so that's the other challenge of this race, is the more damage you get, the more you have to alter your driving. Now, I did not want to go off track there. There are times I want to go off track, and there's times I do not. Right there, I absolutely did not, because your car accelerates a lot worse off track. It definitely has a maximum speed you can hit when you're off track. It's way lower than the actual maximum speed. So I don't want to be off track any more than I have to. Now, my timer is unusually low for my skill level. I usually wouldn't be in this much trouble hitting the perpetual point. I should have hit it, but I was losing traction here and there, going off track here and there. This is dangerously low. But I know, see, I'm not going to lift off the throttle here, and he will. See, look at that, gaining, and I can't get out of the throttle now very much. I'm going to be very careful, steer under him. I want to take him quickly. There we go, beautiful. Now I know I can catch 1 or 2 bots at the last chicane, and then you'll see the perpetual point. It'll be right here. There we go. Catch him and refill my timer. Oh, I won't quite refill my timer. Come on, I want to pass you. Okay. And we should see the perpetual point very quickly. There we go. There's another car, and there's another car right in front of him, and you'll start to see they're going to be a lot closer together. So here they're not that close, but you just watch. Look at the distance now. That's maybe like 10 plus car lengths. It gets tighter. So that's just it. If you have, how do I want to say this? At this track, if you have a horrible crash, you will not be able to keep going. So that's what makes this the hardest endless endurance race. I want to say that doing the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit in a Formula 1 2020 car is maybe as hard, but I still think it's not quite. So undamaged the way I am now, if I have a horrendous crash, I will not be able to keep on going. If I have a minor crash where I can recover quickly, I will be able to keep on going. And you can keep on going even with maximum damage as long as you don't make anything more than an extremely minor mistake. Now this cut, that is crazy risky, but I felt like I needed to do it. Now at this point, 70 seconds on the clock, starting on this straight, I have nothing to worry about. I'll have no trouble getting to the start-finish line as long as I don't crash or substantially blow a corner. I've tracked this a lot. I've paid attention to this religiously. Same with this corner. With this car, I really only need 35 seconds on the track to make it from here to the start-finish line, as long as I make no mistakes. With 45 seconds on the clock, I don't even have to cut the last chicane. And I'll show you that. So you could see I didn't cut that corner, and now I will not be cutting the last chicane. There's no reason to do that. I could actually overtake a car here if I'm really careful. Let's see, right here, they're going to slow down, and I can get under him nicely, set up a nice pass, and he'll hit the brakes for me. And now I can slow down and take it easy through the chicane, earning a little more fame. Get in the gas now, and look at that. No problem refilling my timer. Now look at the bots. That was a nice lap, and you're going to see that they start to get closer together, which can make that cut difficult. And I've debated not taking that cut sometimes. Now look at this. You see it last lap, they are like a good 10 car lengths apart. You see this? See how they're already looking closer? If I have another really nice lap, you'll see that they get even closer. So when I'm comparing this race to the Porsche 919 Hybrid Evo at Silverstone Bridge Circuit, I don't find them comparable at all. The Bridge Circuit race in the, wow, these are closer. The Bridge Circuit in that Porsche is very easy, so easy that I don't even take the major cut. You don't need to. Only if you're in horrendous trouble do you need to take it. So I can take most of that lap, I can stay on track. In fact, in another test I did, I went about 3-4 laps without any cuts, and only then did I start falling behind. You can also do the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit in this car, in the McLaren MP4-X. 2 different races, Bridge Circuit and Grand Prix circuit are 2 different versions of Silverstone. They share a lot, but they are different. And I used to not recommend that race because of the game crashing glitch that was there at Silverstone Circuit and Dubai. It's actually everywhere in the game, but there's only a couple of places that it could actually happen. And that glitch has recently disappeared. I do not believe that they purposely fixed it because they could never explain why it was there. I think it just somehow got repaired. Oops. So just take notice of how much time that mistake cost me. Like, that's probably a good 2 full seconds lost on a corner. If you're in a time trial tournament and you lose 2 seconds, that's several groups. So, yeah, it's difficult. That's why you always want to have your timer as full as possible. I still have nothing to worry about. I still don't have to cut the last chicane because I might do it though. 20 seconds. I'd have no trouble getting to the next lap. But I don't want to risk it. I'd rather, okay, there's my traffic. There, now I can start this next lap and not sweat it. Okay, so back to what I was talking about. I used to not recommend this car at Silverstone because of the game crashing problem. Another reason why I don't necessarily recommend it is because you earn so much more fame per minute at this track. So that is the metric that matters. That's the measurement that matters. Not just that, but that's one thing that matters. Fame per minute. It is humongous at this track. It's almost 2,000 fame per minute. Like I get about 1,934 fame per minute when I'm here. That's amazing. That's almost double the fame per minute that you earn at Silverstone. So why do people do Silverstone? Because it's easy to go as long as you want to at Silverstone. At this track, usually the game decides when I'm going to end, not me. So that just means I get to a certain point where I just can't keep on going because the race it's just too hard because mistakes like that, I'm making mistakes. Now I'm worried. Now, the cars are going to disappear into the distance, but if I do not make another mistake, I will catch the pack 1, 2, 3, 4 corners from now. So this slight corner is the first one. I need to take this very well. Oh, that was very good. Fifth, I should say 5. There's another slight corner, then a sharp 90-degree corner, then the next 90-degree corner is where I catch them again. So I know I cannot finish this lap with the amount of time on my clock. I must pass, I would say 2 more cars to confidently get to the next lap. So let's see if I'm correct. Well, there's 1 and there's 2 right now. Awesome. With the old programming, there's no way I would have done that cut I just took there. I would have had to have been more careful because the old programming had nitro bots where they got a speed boost after you passed them. Then we went to dead stop bots. Now this is a happy medium where the bots slow down and disappear. This makes sense to me. This is reasonable. If you've been eliminated from a race, you should be getting off the track, slowing down, getting out of there. So here I can slow down, take it easy through this, plan my overtake right now, and then the throttle, like a little bit of an off-track cut there, nothing major. And then I will refill my timer at this first chicane. Wonderful. So far I've been doing very well, but in just a fraction of a second, you can have a race-ending error. So that's what I have to avoid. Like right here, I push it really hard. Ooh, side damage like that. Usually you can get away with side contact. Let's check this out. I might actually slow down a bit, because I don't want to encounter that bot at this first chicane. Pay very close attention to how I take this first chicane. See, none of that was off track. How do I know? My distance never turned red, and in a time trial you can do the exact same thing. So you got to learn the rules of Real Racing 3, not the rules of different regulatory bodies. Because even different regulatory bodies have different rules. Oh, nuts. That should have been a damaging crash. Okay, we're going to pay attention to this. I'm not really worried because of how close I am to the traffic. On the next straight, we'll be able to see if I am damaged or not, because in an undamaged car, maximum speed I hit is about 427 at the end of this straight, so we're going to watch that. One other thing, after you pass the 40-second car, every other car will be faster than a fully upgraded car on the straights, not on the corners. So we're going to see what this is like, and it looks like I'm not going to get near 427, so I've at least stage 1 damage, maybe even stage 2. But the bots are always worse in the corners. Oh my, I got 2 of them heading to that corner. That's because they're so tightly grouped. Wow. Now if I wanted to, I could pause and check my front wing to look for scrapes. That would be my indication of damage. In cars with windshields, majority of cars with windshields, you just need to look for cracks. However, that will not work in NASCARs and maybe a couple of others. But, wow, what am I doing? That was horrendously stupid. I don't know what happened there. I just slipped. That's going to be stage 2 damage. I'm very confident of that. Now I'm feeling nervous about hitting my minimum goal of 100 kilometers. That's my minimum goal. If I don't hit it, I'll often just restart the race. Oh my goodness, look at these bots. They're all stacked up. This gets me nervous. When they're all stacked up like this, they're hard to pass, and it means nuts. It means there's probably going to be a gap coming up. Okay, if you get close to bots like that, they'll often nail the brakes. Okay, so I'm going to hit triple digits. I'm not worried about that, but look at my speed. Oh, no. Looks like I still have about stage 1 damage. Boy, that's a shocker. I was sure I was going to have stage 2 damage. Wow. I like switching views sometimes because it kind of looks cool. If I'm careful, I'm going to keep going. I just need to take this next chicane really, really good. Really maximize this, and then I'll be okay. Hey, that's awesome. Okay, I still need 2 more cars before the end of this lap to be confident. 2 more cars? Yes, I definitely I will need to pass 2 more cars to finish this lap. So there's 1. Whoop, a little bit slippery. Oh no. That's what I'm talking about. It's dangerous. It's really hard to handle this car off track. Cars handle differently off track. If I haven't mentioned it, actually I know for a fact I have not mentioned this. I'm using Tilt B controls. My sensitivity is on 0 for this particular car. All assists need to be off. So that means your brake assist has to be off, steering assist has to be off, traction control has to be off, or else you're just not going to do it. That, what I just did right there, that super, super close cut, where the guy is just not even a quarter car length from me, well, not even a half a car length, a quarter car length. Never could do that when there was Ghost Nitro in existence. Okay, I actually don't have to worry at this point. I still would have to cut the last chicane, but I don't have to worry about finishing this lap as long as I don't lose it. Oh, look at those bots. I'm going to get out of the throttle. That is an intense chain of bots. Holy smokes. That is nearly bumper to bumper. Okay, it looked like bumper to bumper through the chicane. All right, lap 9. Monstrous. And at a certain point, I will be telling you the upgrade costs on this car and the purchase price, all that jazz. Well, I'm pretty happy. Let's see if I can stay. Can I get this? Come on, stay full throttle. Yeah, baby, stayed full throttle. Now we will have a really good insight into how damaged I am. So there's the hitting 410. It's kind of crawling. 415. Kind of stalling out. 420, 21. Hard to say. Well, look at that though. You see what I'm saying? The bots are horrible at corners. Okay, well let's check out this, how I can take this last chicane. If I do really good here, then I will be able to keep on going. Let's just, okay, watch my braking points. Oh no, losing traction, driving off track, tagging a wall. Okay, I better get into upgrade costs before this video ends because that might do me in. Total cost of this car is $1,200 gold at regular purchase price. $R upgrades, $6,792,400. All gold upgrades, $1,565 gold. That'll get you a fully upgraded car. Now, if you can get this on sale, of course, you could save some currency. Now again, if you check the other video, that is where I will directly compare this car with the Porsche 919 Hybrid Evo. I'm not going to say one car is better than the other, they're different. Both are monstrous cars. They are really amazing cars to own. They are incredibly expensive. One is quite a lot. Oh gosh. I had a chance until that happened. There's still always a chance. You never know. There could be bots crashed sometimes. There could be a crash coming up, but it better happen in a few seconds or this is it. So, check out the comparison video. It's a lot shorter. So it's going to be a very short comparison video. I'll also have a link in the comparison video to the full-length Porsche 919 Hybrid Evo race. So that is going to pretty much do it. We're going to get to the final numbers here where I actually show you my fame per minute because that is so important. First thing we need to look at is actual race time. So the beginning time and the ending time takes us to 1,274.5 seconds. Then we use this little formula to extract the fame per minute and we get 1,887.33 fame per minute? Huh. Well, maybe slowing down for the chicane and skipping that one cut is actually a problem. Also, I got damaged earlier, which might be a problem.
Tisk, 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 tisk. You should have hired me.
Yes, but I wanted to show the base numbers, Natalie. If I would have hired her, oh no, she's got a fiery temper. She lit the place on fire. I better hurry. If I would have hired Natalie, I would have had 80,180 fame. If I hired Natalie on 100% bonus fame day, 160,360 fame. Like, subscribe, and please give me some water.